Welcome, everyone, to Pasadena, California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bruins will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan's offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
Going to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one.
Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 30. Drills him with the stiff arm. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the UCLA Bruins offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Coming after it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They go to the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
From the gun, the ground game.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to the ground game on the left. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Motion from the offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
How about the defense on this play? The quarterback bootlegs to the right. And look at everybody do a great job. They don't get caught up in the run. They all chase sideline to sideline and really limit the damage on what could have been a really big play.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Off play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll try it over the left side. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off play action on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Throws to the tight end. Got his man! And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. strike complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Offense gets set for second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Field goal is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making their situation really good on the next down.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Keeps looking downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick setting up fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He'll pull it down and run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. On second down, just keeps firing. Passes incomplete, the clock is down to 9.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, going up top. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good night.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high rate.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Got his man on the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
The Bruins headed quickly to the line. Got his man quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The completion well past the sticks. Touchdown, UCLA! What a grab and go for the score.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the tailback. And the Wolverines pick up the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop the run.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
At the 35, he's got room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
On target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He wants to pass it on second down. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the time...
Headed to the end zone. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drive together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
That's not what the offense was expecting, but it's perfect, right? You just want to run the ball, come out of your own end zone, create some space, boom, I'll do you better. I'll give you a first down, move that ball way down the field, create a lot of space.
Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to scramble. And the ball's out, and they're after it. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Dances away to buy time. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
I'll tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
The RPO, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads, read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Complete to the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And we're all tied up, and who's in the mood for a dramatic finish, fellas?
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. He's going to pass. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through. Saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Handoff to the lone back.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout, Michigan.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolverines! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Number 20.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Brings it down on the right side. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this is